Thank you. I've been very fortunate to get to know Professor Colette Mazzucelli of New York University over the last few years. She's an expert on ethnic conflict, on modern European history, and she's a visionary in the classroom. She's been using new technologies as a way to deal with our responses to teaching about how to stop mass atrocity and genocide prevention. Education is absolutely critical to our success going forward. And with that, I would like to introduce Colette.
Shirley, Joe, Mr. Ambassador, distinguished guests, and dear friends. Albania's rescue of its Jewish population during the Second World War is a story to remind us of the challenges Europe faces today. Present uncertainties of an economic, financial, and social nature, mass protests, and political stalemate speak to a crisis of identity within the European Union. Europe's leaders and peoples across the continent have the choice today to respond to a past of systemic rights violations. The identification of a 21st century narrative of European integration is one that confronts the past through commitments its leaders and citizens alike are called to make in the present. The story we commemorate this evening is indeed one of commitment, of the present-day responsibility to protect by Albanians who stood by Europe's Jews, who the Nazi dictatorship wanted the world to forget. As the facts of Albania's rescue come to light in the 1990s, so too did the acknowledgement, long overdue, by European nations of their roles in the Holocaust. As the countries of the former Yugoslavia seek membership in the European Union, we must ask how, in substantial and symbolic ways, Europe's identity may be defined with reference to the Holocaust. If Europe is to renew its project of integration, to face the challenges of this century, European lessons from the Holocaust must be drawn from the history that comes to light, with each revelation of resistance as well as complicity. The search for a political community in the European space is a quest to affirm respect for plurality. Today, this is strikingly evident as multiculturalism becomes more problematic on policy and populist grounds. This is particularly relevant for Germany's neighbors, countries that also founded Europe's communities in the 1950s, notably the Netherlands and France. As we discuss the obstacles and the opportunities to a pan-European approach to remembrance as a method to educate in mass atrocities and genocide prevention, Albania's rescue is a story to weave into the historical narrative that is yet to emerge in Europe's 21st century union. In our commemoration this evening, we remember, as Jan Werner Müller writes, that it cannot be taken for granted that the recovery of the memories of oppressed groups is automatically liberating. Ours is the duty as citizens in our democracies to face history as we challenge ourselves. We live with the contestation that arises as history reveals facts that make us question what we thought we knew. We acknowledge this evening in the story of Albania's rescue that memory, particularly disagreements about past actions, can lead us to unite in a present endeavor with a purpose larger than ourselves. This is the ethical command to remember. which Germany's experience in Europe urges humanity never to forget. Thank you.
Thank you.